Here with Concordia head women's soccer coach Thomas Goines after a 2-0 win over Doane tonight, and extends a long series win streak over Doane as well. And how about the way your team responded? There was some pressure on you going into these past two games in the regular season, and they were able to come through.
I think we've definitely put ourselves under pressure a little bit with some results we didn't like, but the girls have responded well. I mean, against two very tough opponents to finish the season, and Doane playing with everything on the line for them, so we knew they were going to come and give us the best game they could, and we had to, as you said, respond to that and then give what we could do on the field. So, I'm really proud of what the girls were able to put out there today, finding a couple of goals. Maybe taking the seal off a little bit always feels good, but we're really happy with obviously giving ourselves a chance in the postseason.
Right. How about just overall team performance? Doane had just scored 6 goals their previous game, and you really didn't give them too many chances tonight.
No, Doane is very dangerous, especially in the counterattack, and we had to focus on that in the last couple of days of, we know they're going to come fast, physical, and then they're going to fly at us, and we had to be able to respond and maybe manage the ball a little more and possess, and that slows down the counterattack. So we were able to really establish the ball for large portions of the game and minimize their counterattack, which you can only do for so long. Certainly they've got a couple strikers up there that put you under pressure if you're not paying attention. So I was really happy that they were able to stay with the game plan, but also find a result against a tough team.
Maybe it's a little bit of a odd feeling the rest of this week. I guess you do some scoreboard watching on Saturday to see what happens, but how do you treat kind of the rest of this week with no game this weekend?
I think it's a bit of a blessing. I think everyone at this point of the year is a little mentally and physically drained, and we certainly have been under some emotional, mental pressure for the last few weeks. So it gives the girls a chance to kind of decompress and reset their minds for the postseason, which is the real season. So ultimately, it's a bit of a blessing, but also it's just one of those weird moments where you're like, all right, well, who is it going to be, and where do we finish? So we'll certainly be watching the scores, but we'll allow the girls to maybe decompress, enjoy a couple of days, and then rest for a little bit, and then get ready for whoever puts it in front of us.
And what costume are you wearing to the Halloween practice?
I usually go as a coach with a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Last year, the freshmen dressed up like me, which means there were a lot of cups of coffee. But I haven't quite figured out my costume yet. But I've got about 24 hours to do that before, we come out here and do some silly game stuff for a minute.